It has warmed up and warmed up quick. I tell you what, it just went like God turned up the thermostat and just made it hot right off the bat. But good and glad that we can have air conditioning and it feels so good in here, doesn't it? So just not too good to where you fall asleep, I'm sure. But it's going to be a good day. I'm looking forward to what God has for us in this service. Just going to mention a few things and we'll jump in some music here shortly. Next Sunday, I know we're kind of doing this rather quick, but I thought it'd be a good change of pace here and a little bit of change up here in honor of Memorial Day next, not this coming Monday, but the next Monday, however you want to put that, 27th of May. In honor of that, next Sunday, we're actually looking at having dinner on the grounds. And don't fret and don't worry. Just do what you can on this. But the church will provide hot dogs and hamburgers. If you ladies or men want to bring just a side dish and dessert, and then we'll have an afternoon-style service rather than an evening service next Sunday. So looking forward to that. Come and join with us. If you've never eaten with us after service, I encourage you and I challenge you to. It will grow you, okay? This way. It will be good, okay? It's all right, okay? It'll be a good time. And then right after that, we'll just combine the service in with that, our evening service, and just do it that way. So come and join with us on that. If you don't feel like you can make something, just come and join with us either way. We usually have plenty of food, especially since the church, and we provide hamburgers and hot dogs. So come and join and be with us. And then, ladies, you have a fellowship June 1st. I'm assuming at 6 p.m. That's usually when it is. Those ladies, I know that's been good. They've had some devotionals in there with them. Heard a lot of good feedback coming out of that. So that's good. You pray for those ladies, men, and ladies, go get involved in that. I'm sure that'll be a help and an encouragement to you. And then Father's Day, June 16th. And June 22nd, we're doing something a little different with our Vacation Bible School. We're just doing one day. We're going to try this out, see what God does in that. Y'all be praying for it. Invite people, and we're really looking to put all of our energy and focus it and harness it in one day. June 22nd, starting at 11 a.m., going to about 2 p.m. So we're going to try to wear all the kids out in one day versus like 3 or 4. Get them good and wore out, and then try to get them back in the church house come Sunday morning. And August 15th through the 17th will be our couples retreat. One spot open, okay? Going quick, going fast. Go ahead and get signed up. If you're interested or you have any questions, come see me, and I'll give you as much information as I can on it. It'll be a great time, I assure you. The half deposit is coming up quick. That'll be June the 2nd. So just to let you know that. Why don't we go ahead and start off our service with a word of prayer, and then we'll jump up into a song here this morning. Brother Mike, if you don't mind opening our service in a word of prayer, please, sir. All right, well, we're doing a little audible here this morning. Miss Mary had some things going on, but I appreciate my wife stepping up to the piano. And I'll try to focus up this way rather than that way. She is pretty, though, so I'll try to focus this way, and I'll be under the Lord here this morning. This world is not my home. I'm just passing through. That's the first number. Stand with us here this morning. Sing out this morning. This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. anymore. On the second here, there's songs of sweetest praise come. And I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven's not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. All right, looking here. All right, we're going to call it at that. All right, go ahead and shake some hands here and fellowship. Welcome one another this morning. Actually, it looks like this Saturday. Man, it just comes up on you quick. May 25th, if you're able to come join us 7 p.m. at Mount Zion Wesleyan Church. They're doing something special for the veterans. So that it says here they'll have a full orchestra and some historical characters and a lot of our nation's history. So it sounds like a good event there. So if we need to coordinate meeting here at the church, we can do that. If you're not sure exactly where that location is, just come see me and we can try to coordinate how things are, if it's just best to meet there. The great thing is with GPS, it's going to come a long way, so you can punch things into your phone and find it pretty good. And if you need help with that, I can help you too. So all kinds of things you get around here, just free things. So we help out a lot, be a blessing. So if you're able to do that, we'll do it. At this time, we'll go ahead and let the children come on forward, do their little offerings here, bring their little monies on up. students offering this one. Really appreciate that. Why don't you go ahead? We'll just use the hymnal. PowerPoint guys, don't worry about this one. We'll just go ahead and use the hymnal here, number 241. And Brother Lewis, if you're ready. First, second, last, stand with us here in the garden and join with us. 241. Singing, you may be seated here. Well, we've got a special treat here this morning. Been looking forward to these guys coming up, doing a number here for us. I'll just play in the background a little bit. Thank you so much, Larissa, by the way, for playing for us, doing a good job. Thank y'all for singing. But y'all sit back and enjoy this.
Third fret. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul, worship Your holy name. The sun comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing your song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, worship His holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul, worship Your holy name. You're rich in love and you're slow to anger. Your name is great and your heart is kind. For all your goodness, I'll keep on singing. 10,000 reasons for my heart to find. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. Worship Your holy name. And on that day when my strength is failing and draws near and my time has come, fill my soul with Your praise unending. 10,000 reasons and forevermore. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship His holy name. Sing like never before, oh my soul. Worship Your holy name.
I tell you, I taught them everything they know, but that's probably just not true. So they're coming along and doing great. The children are already lining up. Go ahead and let the children's church go to their vicinities. Go with me to 1 Peter chapter 2. I hope I don't make anybody cold. I was a little warm even up here. I'm better down. The heat rises, so probably affecting me a little bit. Verse number 11 is where we'll be, though, and picking up here. What I want to really preach on this morning is making a difference by serving Christ, the community, and the country. As you well know, next weekend, we'll, not this Monday, but the next Monday, we'll be celebrating Memorial Day. And I just want to thank God for all the people that have died in the service of our country. And glad that we get to celebrate that. Many of us get a day off, and I'm really looking forward to that weekend. Done in our country. And so, really, I believe God lined up this message here. We've been going line upon line and precept upon precept. We don't take God's word around here like a buffet. We don't pick and choose what we like or what we don't like, do we, church? Y'all know by now, if you've been here long enough, you've been hearing my preaching, you know that's not how I preach. It's not that I want to be unpositive, by no means. I believe the word of God itself is positive. It brings us hope, brings us peace, but at the same time, I got to preach it. And I want to tell you, things going like that, some things I don't like, okay? You may not like it, but I don't like it. It's what we need more in our communities, and sadly, even in some of our churches today, because some people are just getting up on hobby horses, and I just preach God's word and let Him do the feeding, let Him do the skinning, whatever He'll do. Okay, we just let Him do that around here. I want to help us out this morning. I want to give us some things from God's word. Verse 11 says this: "Dearly beloved, I beseech you." I like how Peter starts out there. He says, "Dearly," before he gives some correction, he gives some comfort. I like to listen to somebody that I know has my best interest. And Peter does when he's talking to these churches. Dearly beloved, is how he talks to them. Brothers and sisters in Christ, let me be a help to you. He says, "I beseech you, as strangers and abstain from or preachers. What I see in God's word in last year of Scripture, what Peter is pointing out is that we have to fight the struggles of within. We have to fight the struggles from within. I want to tell you, as a pastor, as a preacher, and as a person, my biggest fight this morning. Can I tell you the one that I have the most trouble with? And don't y'all be looking around in the church. Don't y'all be saying, well, it's this person, it's that person. I'm going to tell you the person I have the most struggles and fight with, and I think y'all know the answer already. This guy right here. This person right here. After almost 4 years of pastoring in this church, that's the one I have to deal with the most and put up with the most. I'm going to tell you what. Since I've been married, I've experienced how truly selfish Anthony Green is. You know, before I got married and had a family, I thought I was kind of a selfish person. After all, I'm going into the ministry. Anthony Green is a selfish person, but you know what? I'm funny opposite. You get married to somebody, you start having kids, you find out what your flesh and what selfishness is really all about. You don't want to do what the other person wants to do all the time. Amen. But you have to. Amen. Now, Brother Mark's trying to get me to say happy husband, happy wife, put on a slogan, put on Facebook. I'm just saying it's not selling, brother. Happy wife, happy life is still there. But you find out your true selfishness when you get married and have a family. And the biggest fight Anthony Green has is with Anthony Green. Just like the text tells us here, that we'll have this, that we ought to abstain from fleshly lust, which war against our soul. We have this inward struggle within us, the flesh, the fleshly lust. Reminds me of what Paul said in Romans. The things that I ought to do that are right, I don't do. I end up doing those things that are wrong when I want to do right. The desire is there, but the determination just doesn't seem to be always there. And what a man of God Paul was. If he could say that, you know what Anthony Green has to say? I struggle too. I struggle. And we have to take into account that we're going to have those sinful longings which war against our soul. He goes on in verse 12, though having your conversation honest among the Gentiles. Now, conversation is not as much verbal as it is visual. The lifestyle, having our conversation, our lifestyle, honest among the Gentiles. We'd say this morning that would probably be every one of us if we just look at it as a normal Gentile. If you're Jewish, that's great. Nothing wrong with that at all. But what he's really referring to in context here is more than just non-Jewish people, is unbelievers, the lost. Having our conversation, what is visual, what is out there before the lost, having it honest among the lost. You see, sometimes we'll use this terminology of a heathen, and we'll think somebody that's in this far-off country that's got that little peg stub in their nose, right? That little wooden stub in their nose or ears. And you think of some country in Africa or some farther nether region. There's heathens in Franklin, North Carolina. Well, they may not have that wooden stuff. They may have some other stuff or something else in the ear, the nose, and some of them just honestly are lost and need the gospel of Jesus Christ. Don't need us to go down in judgment, but need us to look at this passion and love and care and walk honestly. And need the lost. Because notice that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, the lost, I mark it down, Christian, the lost, the other people, the backslidden out there, they are looking at you. They are looking for an occasion to say something against you as a Christian. Because you may have not even remembered the time that you told the lost person, I'm a Christian. I go to Academy Street Baptist Church. You may not even remember that event, but you know what they do. They remember And you know what? They are zeroed in and they are watching you. You don't believe me? Stump your toe at work and say a big wordy dirt. You know what I'm saying? And suddenly they'll come out of the woodwork. Oh, you said you were a Christian. Oh, and you said a bad word. When they say it every other day of the week, but just because you said it. They're zeroed in. They're targeted on you, and they're ready to say different things. So it goes to show you and me that we need to be careful. Then we need to walk cautiously in our community. That whereas they speak against you as evil doers, they're looking for occasion. They have you already under the microscope. They're ready to say hypocrite. So you and I need to be mindful. I've heard it said this way. They're a witness for Christ. The question is whether we're a good one or a bad one. Are we a good witness for Christ amongst the lost, the Gentiles? Or are we a bad one? Continue with me on the verses here. Having a conversation among the Gentiles, or having your conversation honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may by your good works, which they shall behold, glorify God in the day of visitation. See, when we live a godly life, when we have good works, that'll be brought up, which they shall behold, glorify God in the day of visitation. And don't let that word trip you up, visitation there. The idea is just really a time of revealing. It could be on this earth, or it could be in judgment one day, but a day of revealing where they're going to see the truth. They're going to see the life you live, and they're going to see the life they live. And you know what? I'm glad at the judgment seat of Christ that I have to stand for myself and not everybody else. You know, we get that in our heads sometimes when it comes to our country, when it comes to our world, when it comes to all these different things in our life, when it comes to the work scene. We feel like we have to be accountable sometimes for everybody else under the sun. Preacher, why is the country doing the crazy things? I don't know. But you know what? I'm accountable for me. Why is this going on? Why is that going on? Why are they legalizing all these things? I don't know. But you know what? I need to watch what I'm doing. Before I can go fixing all these problems and pray for all these things, Anthony Green needs to work on Anthony Green and his life. Because you know what? Anthony Green's going to have to stand before God for Anthony. That's a great responsibility. You see, first we need to make sure the sinful longings are in check. But you know, some other fight we have, the struggle we have, is submission towards ordinances. We have this struggle within that we fight, but you know, we all have a struggle with submission. You know, as a young teenage boy, they're playing basketball. No one, my mom didn't have to come along, and she didn't have to tell me, hey, Anthony, you know what? When you're a teenage boy, I want you to stand up and defy your coach in basketball before everybody. I never had that conversation. Did anybody ever remember that conversation? Your parent came along and said, hey, stand up, go up against the coach, against the teacher. No, if anything, you can't get better. They told you to obey them, but you know what I did? Basketball, I remember the coach said, why are you bowling up against me? And I was like, well, what does bowling mean? I'm not even going to class. Nobody had to teach me to do that. It was natural in my flesh to stand and bowl or bowl myself against the basketball teacher, the authority. Anybody else had that issue? Run into that? Come on, I'm going to ask God. We probably all have this one, haven't we? Notice what verse 13 says, though submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake. Now that's in command form. Why did God write that out? Why did God? Because he knew that you and I would struggle with submission. And so he calls us from a command form to submit ourselves to every ordinance, every institution, everything, even though it's man-made, it's for our good. We have military terms It's important to see the authority as general and see ourselves as more private. Every ordinance, every man-made law, every statute, I know today as I pray, that's the sin nature. What's natural to Buck? But I hope you did, because I don't want you being hauled off to jail. I love you too much. I don't want to see you in jail. I'll come visit you, though, if you do. I understand when we look around us and they're legalizing everything. Preacher, they're legalizing this, they're legalizing that. It can make us want to say, I don't want to pay my taxes. I can't stand what is going on in our government and in our world. If you feel that way, go ahead and jump in the boat. A lot of us feel that way. But understand this morning, as Peter is writing in this day, it was not a perfect government. By far. You know who's in power while Peter's writing these things? The Roman Empire. You know who the head cheese is of the Roman Empire at this time? Nero. Now, if you look through history, you'll find very quickly this guy was a wicked, crazy individual. Okay? This is what he would do. In the Colosseum there, he would take Christians and he would throw them in the Colosseum and he would allow them to come in and tear to bits Christians. He let tigers on. He let the gladiators fight them, knowing they didn't have a chance. He would take Christians, he would put them up on a pole to where they were dead and light them on fire in his garden so he could deceive. That's some wickedness. Man, that's some craziness. And Peter's writing this while that is going on. He's saying, submit yourselves to the laws of the land, whether to the king as supreme. Not to put the king of that day, not to put Emperor Nero above God, but to see where he is as the you may not like the person, but he's saying you still have to remember the position. Did y'all catch that? You may not like the person. You may not like our president right now, or in the next 4 years or 8 years. But you know what? We still have to remember the position. Because you know what? I found this. As a Christian and as a pastor, I want to be careful in some ways with politics. They say two things that will really turn somebody against you: religion and politics. I can't help but talk about the one, relationship with Christ. And I see it more of that than a relationship with Christ. But you know, one of the areas I want to be very careful with is politics. Because if you get mad at me preaching God's word, I'm going to say this: deal with it. I love you, but you're just going to have to deal with it, because this is what God called me to preach. I don't mean to be mean or angry or anything like that under the sun. But God called me to preach his word. That's what Paul told Timothy. Preach the word. He didn't say preach your opinion. He didn't say preach your political views. He said preach the word. But if I do upset you with political views, I am sorry for that. Because at the end of the day, you know what? I'd rather be upset with me and mad with me preaching God's word than my political views. I say probably most of us see eye to eye on this. Nevertheless, we have the goal by which God told us to command to submit ourselves to every ordinance, even though that may be a struggle in our day. Understand, it was a struggle by far in their day. But verse 13 says who we're really doing it unto. When we submit ourselves to the authorities, this is what we're really doing. We're submitting ourselves to God. It says, submit yourselves to every ordinance of the man for the Lord's. What's the next word? Sake. You know, you find throughout God's word, like in Ephesians, husbands, love your wives even as Christ also loved the church. We're doing it as an example as Christ did it, and we're doing it under the Lord. He says, and the wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as unto the Lord. Then later on, next chapter, Ephesians 6:1, children, obey your parents in the Lord. Servants, be subject unto your masters, unto the Lord. And we're to submit ourselves to the government unto the Lord. We may not not like every policy, everything they do, but we're submitting sometimes to the position rather than to the person. That's the country, the leader there. And verse 14 says this, or unto governors, the supreme king, but also the governors. You know, I would say this morning that when we're driving along and you're going out the way here on West Academy, and you may be driving a little fast. I don't know if that's anybody in there. So, and I don't have, you know, I can keep that on your speed on things you do, things you do. You start going a little fast. Sometimes you get whoop whoop. Blue lights, I don't know about y'all, but I can be driving the speed limit. Whoop whoop. Blue lights coming on. My nerves. Get all that stuff. Sometimes even when a police officer, when I'm driving down to FedEx, police officer just driving behind me. Gets my nerves all over. You gotta love when the common folk just start driving the vehicles that look just like police officers, right? Maybe we get a little nervous. Then one time we were in one of those Dodge like Challengers or whatnot. They upgrade us. We can actually pay for that. Pay for another vehicle like Focus or something like that. I don't know what we did before. Anyway, they gave us this Dodge Charger. I think Dodge Charger. And then he was just telling people, slow down. Just when they see that they do it nice, they know, you look like a good vehicle like that. Actually, that might be a good idea for your son. You know, it's just funny how people respond when your vehicle looks like a cop car when they're coming up. But that may tear up our nerves and make us so worried when we see those events. And oh man, but officers. I'm so glad yesterday that we could go out and be a blessing to our officers, our police officers, our firefighters, our fire emergency responders, and everybody. They came out with everybody in the community, but really what one of our to be a blessing in the community to them. I change sometimes when we have to look around it. And I've actually seen where they're looking at these robots. These robots they can pop up to somebody's window where they know the officer is safe from a distance. And you know that's a crime. And I know it's and they're looking at it as a protection standpoint for the officers, but it's such a shame. The people are so important in our day that they would want these officers that are just looking out for the betterment of us. When you get pulled over, you don't get that police officer a lift. Don't say, well, ain't you got better things to do? We may think that way. But you know what? All in all, they're doing their job. So notice what verse 14 goes on. Or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers. One of the purposes that God puts certain people into power, certain individuals to serve, is the punishment of evildoers. It's got a merit for protection and for the praise of them. Every individual person interest in mind. He knows what he's doing. And I know we can look around us and get discouraged, but let's just pray. Let's pray for those that are in power. Let's continue to pray for our police. Let's continue to cuff one time. What do you think? Do you think the electric chair is? Go back to the electric chair. He said, no, ma'am. I think we need electric couches. Put 10 on there and get them all at one time. I don't know that I can wholeheartedly agree with that, but let's understand God has put those leaders for punishment, for protection, for motion. Verse 15 goes on with for so is the will of God. I love those verses that tell us flat out what the will of God is. They're there. If you're looking for the will of God is, here it is. And this is what God tells you. If you're looking for the will of God, that we well-doing. To be a well-doer. That's part of God's will for your life. Is that you be a well-doer. do it, that you do right. That's pretty simple, isn't it? Straightforward. That's what it is. Well doing, ye may silence. Yet silence is to muzzle. See, when we do right in a world that's doing wrong, when you're around lost people, the Gentiles in context is some of the things that he talked. When we obey the laws of the land, when we do the things that God wants us to do, people may want to speak up and say something against us. We live right before God, it puts a muzzle on. You know what a muzzle does, right? If you have an animal, a dog, you may have had times even where they acted up and you had to put a muzzle. I tried that on my dog one time. I just had a crazy dog. She'll be 9 and she's just now starting to put the brakes on. She'll be 9 in October. She's just now starting to put the brakes on. But she would not do well with other dogs. So I can remember a time to put a muzzle on her, not to hurt her, but to protect her and the other dog, whatever the other dog was, because she's just crazy. She's great with the kids, but with other dogs, she just doesn't do well. But when you put that muzzle on them, our dog can tear it up. But most dogs, they keeps them their mouth shut. Keeps them from barking, doesn't it? Keeps them from barking, right? Well, that's the idea. When we do well before other people, when we do right, by the way, the Bible's speaking here, it's not saying, hey, you just go out there and defend yourself, speak up, and it'll get the job done. So notice what the Bible says in Proverbs 26, verse 4. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Sometimes you just can't fix stupid, you know what I'm saying? And just by speaking up and saying something does no good. But when you live right before them, what God is saying is it's like you put a muzzle on them. They don't have anything to say to that, to a life that pleases God. Sometimes with a muzzle on, with an animal, if you leave it on long enough, they can't eat. You ever seen that? Yeah. But, when they have a muzzle on long enough, they can't eat. It's hard to sleep. And when we do right before somebody, even when they've done us wrong, by the way, that's when it's hardest. When a person says, oh, brother, sister, I love you so much. Man, it's a whole lot easier to be nice to people like that, isn't it? When they're kind and caring, considerate, when you do something for them and they do it back, the back and forth, man, we can just keep playing ping pong that way. But man, when they're mean, when they're aggressive, and when you've done nothing to deserve that, that's when it's hardest. That's when it's hardest, isn't it? But that's when God calls us still to be kind. When you're kind and considerate people when they're not, people in this world don't know what to do with that. Well, he's not acting natural. He's not doing this. She's not doing this as most people would do in that set of circumstances. He's choosing right rather than wrong. And you do like that, you know what people will say back to you. And there may be some nights they don't know how to eat. They don't know how to sleep. They're going to be so bothered and stirred by you living right and people when they're doing wrong that God's hand of conviction is set in their hearts. So number 1, fight this struggle within. And these other 2 points are going to go quicker, so don't worry. Number 2, let us keep our freedom in check. We love Christ, country, and we need to keep our freedom in check. Verse 16 says this, as free. As free. Can I remind you, church, that really your freedom is not in government as much as it is in Christ. As much as it is in God. You see, sometimes we think the solution to all our problems is the government. Or if we just had the right president in there, if we just had the right forms of government, and if they just quit picking on the president, or whatever these things, we can think all of our solutions are in the government. When really our solution is in God. You see, there's some things in this world that God has, as we mentioned, God put up for punishment, for protection, for promotion. But at the end of the day, you know what? Our reliance, our eyes, our hearts need to be set on God. Looking unto Him. Because there's some things today that they're trying to find solutions in, and they're looking to the government for the solutions. When people need to be looking unto God or their solutions. But God will take care of this. I'm not criticizing government. I'm not being cold or hard. Truth of the matter is, though, our freedom has really come from Christ. I love what John 8:36 says, if the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. I'm going to tell you what today, I'm glad I woke up in this country. I'm glad I was birthed and lived in this country here. No freedom on the face of God's green earth like this country right here. It has its problems, it has its faults, but we have the best country. It's called me biased or whatever. I'm an American citizen. You know, if I didn't like it, I need to go to another country, right? That's where some people need to get today. You don't like it, you're not going to be part of the solution, then just go live in another country. Plenty have claimed that. Well, I'm just living in another country. Okay, right, go ahead. Nobody holding or keeping you here. You know, be part of the solution rather than the problem. But at the end of the day, you know what? I was never free like when I came to Christ Jesus at a 10-year-old boy and found freedom that this world just can't offer in Jesus. Jesus on the cross set us free. Just like he said in the Old Testament and New Testament, he's come to set the captives free. He set me free. He took those chains of bondage off of this world and sin. He took me from death unto life. And if you know Christ Jesus as your personal Savior, you have been set free. It's all because of his love. John 15, verse 13 says this, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. And you know that's exactly what Jesus did. I'm glad for the military men and women that have served our country and have put it all on for our country. At the same time, I'm so thankful to Christ, who took all of the world's sins upon himself, was willing to be separated from God the Father, who they'd had perfect fellowship with all along, but he separated himself for our sins. For our sins. So we're set free by that. As free and not using our liberty for a cloak of maliciousness. Cloak of maliciousness has the idea of really a gross sin, denotes evil really of any kind. It's a real big word. They used the best word they could here for it to design it, to show it from the Greek to the English. Here's the best they could sometimes in some words, but it denotes evil of all sorts. Just because we have been saved, just because we have been set free, doesn't give us a license to do whatever we want. It's sin. I'll tell you, as a child of God, you're not going to enjoy sin anyhow. Doesn't give us a license to sin. That's what Peter's making the point here. That not using your liberty as a cloak of maliciousness to do whatever you want to whoever you want. It goes on to say, in this same verse, what as the servants of God, as bond slaves and servants unto our God. Even though we've been set free, as our chains have been broken, we're then to be servants unto God. You know what a privilege it is? That's awesome. And the liberty that we have in Christ. You see some people today, you know it. You know it. There's people in your life, right? If they're watching you, and they see you come to church, and they see you do the things that you do, and they think sometimes you don't have to go. You might have to do that. Okay, got one here. You know? All right, there we go. Some people may they think it's just a list of do's and don'ts, and you know. Set free. Set free. Been set free from God. You say, "Preacher, you never got that lifestyle." No, I never had to see the bondage thing go. And some of you may have been in that bondage. I'm going to close this up and finish this up real quick. Number 3, you have to understand the proper levels of respect. As free, not using our liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of God. Notice this, and you could do a whole sermon about this verse. Honor all men. You know the idea of honor all men there? Just have a another. See the value of a person and have respect. And as we mentioned before, that's the hardest when people aren't respected. Isn't it? Us as Christians, we need to try to be respectful for all. See their value, see them as God's creatures. Oh, Matthew 5:44 says, "But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, and do good to them." With love our enemies. Y'all know the name Phil Robertson. Y'all probably do. His grandfather. He's here, a bunch of rednecks that fun with this. To where he was just keeping his family afloat by fishing. Going out there, he had all these nets set up out there in the waters. And all these people that would come by, in such a redneck country, that people would actually come by and steal his fish. Out of that, man, that's broke as a joke, isn't it? That's far off. When people would come by while his nets were out there cast and steal the fish. Sitting there. He said he was young, and even young in the faith. And so he comes out there with his gun the first time to meet them. Boy, get out of my nets. I'm fishing for fish out there. This is how I live. This is how I make it. But you know what he found? They just kept stealing. Kept stealing. And God brought some verses just like we read this morning. Brought to his own heart. And you know what? He said one day he walked out there. There's 4 rednecks over there pulling fish out. He didn't come this time with his gun. He actually came with more fish. He said, fellas, y'all don't have to keep stealing. You need a fish? Just come ask me. They're, of course, take it back. They don't even know what to do. They don't even know what to do with this. He's like, we'll have a fish fry. You come on out. All you got to do is ask. No, I'll call my door. And he's over there just giving them fish. And they're like, oh, that's enough. No, take a few more. Take a few more. Take a few more. You know what? He said after a while, problem started ceasing. Even those rednecks saw, you know what, this guy, he's legit. He's okay. Don't need to steal from him. The guy's going to say, you can have it. You know, we need to be respectful unto all people, even if they're not respectable. Some people are just lost. Some people have an aversion to church, and we don't know why they do it, but you know what? They may have had some things you said, I went through that. I feel the same. So respectful under all people. Notice as it comes on, love the brotherhood. Word of love. You know, so many times you find from the Word of God the command form there to love the brotherhood. Love Christians. Love individuals. You know, I love 1 Corinthians chapter 13. I may use it in the wedding. We use it so often in those type settings, the charity chapter. But you know who he's really talking to and referring to? Is the church. That we have fervent charity. Goes on that same verse, fear God, honor the king. Honor the king, respect unto the position, even if we can't respect the person, respect them. Then it also goes on, as it mentions, fear God. Fear God, have the highest level of respect for our God. That's not a worrisome type of fear. That's not, oh, I did this and that. Oh, God is reverence. And you know that they haven't matured anymore. They haven't been saved and they haven't grown in God. And when we get saved and when we grow in God, we mature, and you know what we find? More about our God. We find more reason why we need to respect Him. Love Him. Do things because simply we don't want any ounce of disappointment. Love our community. Love our country. But at the end of the day, most and foremost, we love our Christ, our Savior. And we can't do anything properly if we don't first love our Christ and love our Lord. you would stand to your feet this morning, we'll have a short time of invitation here. Give you an opportunity to come forth and do business with God this morning. Then we'll take up a short offering. We'll let you go this morning.